Hey, could you explain to me sort of like the bubble hub situation that the Aussie Rules guys were under?
Yeah, so we had some pretty strict rules. We still currently sort of are. We had a 2 week kind of lockdown period where we weren't allowed to see any of our friends and family. And myself personally, living in the West Coast, we had to get up and leave our state and go to the Gold Coast, so which is the other side of the country for those that don't know. And we stayed in a resort, probably not to the standards of Disneyland, boys are staying in, but it was a nice golf resort in Queensland, and we were there for about 5 or 6 weeks, and pretty similar circumstances. Like we got given our food in the dining hall. We had our hotel rooms. We weren't allowed to go out and eat chicken wings like Lou Williams.
Hey, that's right.
We weren't allowed to do things like that, so we couldn't go and eat at a restaurant. We still can't, but yeah, it was pretty tough. But at the same time, I think hearing guys like the big Kiwi, Big Steve Adams come out and talk about, it's not serious, it's not that hard. Like you still got a roof. It's a nice resort.
Yeah.
You got food and whatever. Probably put it into perspective a bit more, but yeah, definitely weren't breaking protocol.
Now, has any of the like American athletes or Australian athletes or American athletes that you know over here, have any of them sort of reached out to you to ask sort of like how you're managing to, not only do it so successfully, but also on the field as well? You're having such great success despite the distractions. Has anyone wanted to pick your brain about that?
It's probably been just the organisations, the clubs as a whole. They've been contacting the AFL, and our football club as well has spoken to a few, especially the Players Associations, the guys who run that with the NFL Players Association and the NBA one as well, just to see how, what worked and what doesn't work for us. And, the biggest thing is all these restrictions and all these lockdowns, the mental health side of things as well is massive, because you are deprived of that, I guess, social interaction with your family and friends and whatnot. And I can tell why people probably, do sneak out of the hub or out of the bubble. And I see it with the NBA boys, because they're used to having that freedom and luxury to do what they want. And now you're being told, it's almost like a prison, albeit a 5-star prison.
Yeah.
That's probably the biggest side. So, yeah, it's probably been more from the mental welfare side of things that American organisations have been contacting the AFL.